Now let's talk about naming alkenes and alkynes, right? Two important features of names of alkenes and alkynes. Alkene has a suffix "ene" at the end of the name. Alkyne has a suffix "ine." Okay, this is first thing. Second thing, they both have an index number, a number that tells us the position of the double bond or the triple bond. Okay, having this in mind, the first step is to name the parent compound. So look for the longest chain. Look for the longest chain and look at the position of the double bond. Okay, if there is more than one double bond, then you have to name it as diene or triene. If there are three double bonds, then it would be triene. So look for the longest chain containing the double bond and name the parent compound by adding the suffix "ene" or "ine" based on if it's an alkene or alkyne. Okay, and then number the carbon atoms in the main chain, but the way you number it, you should number it so that the multiple bond is at the beginning of the chain. Meaning, if you see a alkene that looks like this, for example, okay, this should be 1 and 2 as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, this is not right. Okay, so if you see an alkene that looks like this, this should be 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is wrong. So you start at that end near the multiple bond. Okay, you begin at the end that is closer to the multiple bond. Then, but if you see a double bond that is in the center of the compound, for example, like this, right? So this is at the center of the compound, right? Then in that case, if the multiple bond is in equal distance from both the ends, begin numbering at the end near the first branch point. So you might see something like this. So this is a branch point. So your naming should start here because your branch point is getting the lower number. Okay? Then if you see a cycloalkene, for example, cycloalkene, not alkane, cycloalkene, then your alkene should get the 1 and 2 in such a way that the substituent, let's say 2 in this case, this is getting the lowest number. Okay, don't name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this case, your substituent is getting the high number, so don't name it like this, but name it as 1, 2, 3, so that your substituent is getting the lowest number. And this is true for both alkenes and alkynes as well. And then write the full name. So for example, if you see, say, a structure like this, my longest chain would be this one, right? So let me point out the longest chain properly. My longest chain would be this one, right? This has, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons. This would be the longest chain. Okay, the name of this compound would be 3-propyl 2-hexene. This 2 indicates that the double bond is at the second carbon. Okay, now if you would have picked longest chain to be this as well, you will get the same name because 3-propyl, this would be your propyl group, so it would be the same name.